Hey Synth Heads, today we're going to talk about Synth Haters. Hi, I'm Pure Ambient Drone, and this is my channel where I talk about synthesizers. If you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button so you can keep up with all of my synth adventures. So what do I mean by Synth Haters? Well, this morning I was browsing on YouTube here, and I was looking at a very vintage synthesizer that cost a pretty penny on the market now, okay? It's a classic, and it does cost between anywhere $3,000 upwards, okay? And I was reading some comments where users or viewers were commenting how awful the synthesizer is and how stupid people are who like this synthesizer. So they weren't only trashing the synthesizer, but they were trashing the people who use them. And what I want to talk about today is what to do in those situations. Well, first of all, you need to just move past those kind of people. All right, unless they're giving a constructive criticism that is useful, like saying something that is truthful and in such a way that it is at least a professional or courteous way of saying it, move past that negative energy, because that stuff will take its toll on your own synthing sooner or later. It will. Whatever you subject yourself to, you're going to have an assimilation of, all right? I know a lot of people say, well, that stuff bounces right off of me. No, it doesn't. If a person subjects themselves to that kind of hate and negative attitude that has nothing to do with the synthesizer other than the fact that the hater is just hating because of whatever reasons, then that negative energy is going to make an impact on the person who is exposed to it. So I try to move past that kind of energy on my channel. I don't put up with that kind of stuff. If somebody gets negative on here and hateful and angry and just downright nasty, I mute them. That's it. They're gone. And I think that that's the way to do it, to protect my people here, okay? You guys that are synth heads, you're on board with what I'm doing here with this channel. This isn't a democracy. It's okay to criticize a synthesizer here. That's not a problem. I don't have a problem with anybody giving me or everyone else their viewpoint on synthesizers, the good, the bad, and the ugly. What I'm talking about is downright abuse, where people are just hating on a synth and they don't even have a reason to do so, or they're doing it in such a way that it is just downright discourteous to the other viewers and commenters on here. You know, nobody wants to leave a comment. Nobody does. And then come back and check that somebody else has responded to their positive comment, or even their critical comment, okay, their opinion, in a harsh, vicious, mean, nasty way. And I call these people synth haters on the synth channels, okay, but it could be a troll anywhere, okay? It could be online, Twitter, it could be on Facebook, it could be any place that you experience people who have an open forum to leave comments. But you know, I've noticed that there's a lot of hate for synthesizers that cost a lot of money, and a lot of times people respond back by saying things like, well, you know, you're just hating because you can't afford said synthesizer. And you know what, I think there's some truth to that. I think there's people out there that they get onto these videos and they watch these synthesizers that they believe they'll never be able to afford, and they get angry. And you know what, there's a word for that. It's called jealousy, okay? And then the green-eyed monster comes out. But that's not the only cause, all right? That's just something, that's probably the most frequent cause of people hating on synthesizers that cost a lot of money, is that there is some kind of green-eyed monster in the works there. But what we should do as synth heads is we should digest the negative reports that we hear about a synth and do fact checking, okay? So if somebody says something about a synthesizer that's negative, we should absolutely go check that out for ourselves by doing our homework. Same thing about if somebody says something that we find as a positive trait, we don't want to mess up and buy a synthesizer based on what somebody has commented. But what I am saying here is that when you come across mean, vicious, nasty people who just want to be rude and discourteous in the comment sections, move past them. Report the comment if they're abusive. Get rid of those people, ignore them, and they'll go away. Some of these people feed off of others who reply back to their negative energy. And in most cases, probably little children or just ignorant people who don't know anything about synthesizers or think they do, or they know just enough to be dangerous. So, you know, on my channel, if I see abuse, if I see hatred, if I see cursing of people or synthesizers on here, and unnecessary criticism just to be mean, nasty, and rude, I mute people. That's just the way it is. Same thing with any comment that's irrelevant. People don't have a whole lot of time with the amount of content that is online right now. There literally is billions of videos on the internet, if not trillions, okay? People don't have time to watch a video, take in all the information, and then listen to, or read, I should say, useless comments that do nothing but criticize, oh, you should have said this, or you misspoke that, or this synthesizer is stupid because of no reason. You know what I'm getting at, right? So, you know, on this channel, I try to make it a learning experience. And if you were in a classroom, okay, because I used to teach, all right, and when I taught, my students were subject to an environment where they could learn, and stupid disruptions were dealt with in a manner to silence that person, so that the majority who are there to learn something, to experience something, to enjoy something, were not disrupted by the 1, 2, or 3 fools that want to make a spectacle so the attention goes on them. We're all synth heads here, and I respect everybody's opinion, and I'm glad that you guys comment in the section below, and I welcome positive and negative comments. What I don't welcome, and what I don't think any of us should welcome, are just idiotic, foolish, dumb remarks that do nothing but insult the synthesizer and or the persons who are enjoying them, who own them, and who like them, okay? So that's what this video is all about today. How do you feel about things? Leave your comments below, and I will see you next time. So until then, hit that subscribe button and keep calm and synth on.